Are the Jones Road Eyeshadow Sticks actually worth $32? It's been a few months. How are they wearing? Do they last on mature skin? I'm trying it on 46-year-old skin. Let's get into the review. Here we go. FYI, these were gifted. This is not paid for, not sponsored. Everything that I say is my honest opinion. Whether it's good or bad, no one paid me to say it. I'm not here to make you buy more. I'm here to share my honest reviews so you can buy better for yourself. That's the goal of every review. I have these in the shade Taupe, Cream, and Dark Brown. They're 1.5 grams in each of these. I've had a lot of trouble with the component packaging, and not a lot of people talk about that, but like sometimes I pull the top off of this container and the whole thing comes out. This is dented a little bit. For $32, I kind of expect a little bit more. First up, the ingredients, what's inside, why you should even care. I'm gonna apply Taupe while we do this, and Cream. Cream happens to be one of my all-time favorites, and I'll show you why. They're cruelty-free, they are Leaping Bunny certified. They are formulated without gluten, but they might have trace amounts of gluten, so check that out. You're looking at a lot of silicones, a lot of polymers, and this is plastic packaging. The brand does not really have a lot of information that helps us figure out what to do when we finish this. So the burden is on the consumer to figure out how the hell to recycle this, because it's going to be a science project, and that means you're probably just going to toss it in the trash. It shouldn't be on the consumer to do it, and it should be on a product page. So they need to work on that. They're transparent about what's inside of their formulas. There is no regulated definition of what's clean. So here you have the Taupe, just making sure my microphone is on, because let me tell you, I've recorded a lot without my mic on. A lot of people are putting it directly onto the eye. And usually I don't do that because it can be a little bit hard to blend out, but it's the application here, which is second on the list of criteria. It is still ridiculously easy to work with. If you're worried about using cream products on crepey skin, mature skin, skin that moves, skin that's been around the block, yay us for making it to whatever age we're at. You know, this is not your anti-aging channel. I'm pro-aging well. So if you have skin that moves around, you don't even have to tug it. There's no tugging involved. Listen, the texture is like crazy good. I think a lot of it's because of those silicones, but I've tried other products like this and it's still not as good. Plus, if you want to build, you can do it. So if you don't want to think a lot when you're applying something and you want it to be pretty much brainless, like I do, I don't want to fuss with stuff, it's still a 5 out of 5. It's still killing it in the texture game. And look, like that was a wonky line. I can just sit here. I don't even have to look. I'm looking pretty far away at the screen, and this is just crease coverage. Blend is nuts. Look at that. And then if I put a little bit too much, go like this, it works with me, not against me. You know, I'm a fan of that. I've already talked about payoff here. I'm going to do the darker shade on top of this, and then I'll do the other eye just so you can. The dark brown is a shade that I barely use. It's just, I just don't know why. I just don't really use it often. I'm going to put it on my brush first because it is so highly pigmented, but just because you're you and you're here, I'm going to show you. Coverage got a 5 out of 5, or sorry, payoff got a 5 out of 5, because if you couldn't, hey-oh, it's a strong one. She's a strong one. There is saturated color here, and you'd think, oh God, I've done too much. I've gone too far. Nope, no, nah, girl, you're good. Just keep blending it. And then I can keep building that out. I didn't blend this for as long as I normally would. I mean, this is 3 layers of cream on this eye now. This does not usually happen to me on a daily basis, but for everyday taupe, I feel like is the best bet. Now, if you don't want to use a brush, you don't have to at all. One of the quickest ways to do it is to just apply it to your finger and then pop it on the eye. It's really, really easy. It is so velvety matte too. There's no shimmer in these, which brings me to finish and also the wear test. So 4th on the list, finish, another 5 out of 5. It's just, it's a great finish. I really do like not having a shimmer because sometimes shimmers can look a little bit glittery. I find the feedback that I receive on the Style Shaker, the site that I have, By the way, if you're enjoying this and you like honest reviews and you want to see more of them, all you have to do is take 2 seconds, hit that like button. It supports the channel. It's a little thing. It goes such a long way over here. So thank you if you're finding this helpful. The feedback I receive is, I don't want anything too shimmery or glittery. It's going to settle into fine lines. It's going to settle into wrinkles and da 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 da. Yeah, I get it. I'm kind of the same way. And the finger works so well here with this velvety finish. It is hard to mess up. If you're not getting anything from this review, these are very hard to mess up. And I don't say that about a lot of cream eyeshadow sticks, but the category itself has grown a lot on me. Now, as for wear tests, the other thing here is you can apply this under the eye. If you want a little bit more of a smoky shadow, you can do it on the wing if you want. If you have an angled brush and you want to get like a cake liner effect, I'll just show you. I won't tell you. You can take the darker brown. You can use an angled brush if you have one. This is really nice if you don't want a severe eyeliner line. You get it. If you don't want a severe line and you want it to be softer, I think that that's also really flattering. The older we get, the severe lines can look a little severe. You know what I mean? Also, I feel like just a softer line is nice. That was like a little lifted wing, but you get a nice little wing out of this if you want it. So you can use them in a lot of different ways. Now, the wear test on something like that, it's not as great. I did see the fading a little bit of the pigment. The wear test across the eyelid, I did see a little bit of fading. That was 5-6 months ago. I still see that at the end of several 8-hour wear tests, and I don't have oily lids. So definitely prime it with a concealer. You can use a powder or an eyelid primer. I don't like primers. I know you guys might ask me which one I should use. The truth is, I never use primers on my face. I don't like them as an extra step. I find them irritating and then I just don't use them. So sorry, but I'm sure there are tons of other creators that could recommend a primer for you. So now I look kind of lopsided, but we're just going to continue and give you the way that I use it the most. When I do brows, I take a little bit of a flat pencil like this and then just a very small amount because a little bit does go a long way here. You don't need a lot. And then I just clean usually here. I'm not like a let's carve out the brow person, but let me tell you, if you want a little eye lift, a non-surgical, not like I'm constantly perma-surprised, but a little lift. Or if you want to clean up the brow line because you don't want to pluck it because you overplucked in the 90s and now you have like nothing left and you have to fill it in. I'm referring to myself. Then you just want to pop it over here and it just does a little something. You can do it in the inner corner. The cream shade is the workhorse. And when I first tried this, I would have never said that. The main setbacks here are the components that these come in. Some of them are perfectly fine and I have no issue. Some of them just wind off and fly off, and their sustainability information is seriously lacking as well, but I cannot fault the performance here. It's a very strong performance still. The total score here was a 19 out of 20 for my scorecard. Have you tried it? Let me know what you think. If you want to see what I would recommend instead of these, you can see it all back on the Style Shaker. I'll be right back here real soon with more reviews. Until then, bye.